Hey all, Marty here. I wanted to invite you to our live call every Tuesday, 1 p.m. East, 10 a.m. West in the ACB community.
If you want to listen live, you can tune in on ACB Media 5 or bring your questions live. Check us out in Clubhouse or visit acb.community to get more information about how you can join the Zoom calls. The replays are also shared on your favorite podcast platform. Search for Unmute Presents.
Hey y'all, Marty here, and we're back with another Friday Finds with Lynn. Say hello, Lynn.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody.
Yes. So, yes. Lynn, what are we starting off with today?
All right. Well, I really hope that everybody had a good time at their conventions or their vacations or wherever, and we're all safe and sound back where we should be. And we're going to start today with, I thought we would just sort of touch on the whole Amazon Prime. We had Prime Day yesterday or Tuesday, I guess, right?
Yep, Wednesday. It was 2 days. I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Thursday. So I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday.
And Wednesday, yeah.
And how much stuff did you buy on Amazon Prime?
I didn't buy anything. I looked through the deals, and they did have some really good deals. But Amazon Prime has sort of had some issues lately because once they raised the price. What is it now? $149 or something?
Yeah, I think it's right around there. I remember a few years ago, it was only $50.
Yeah.
And it's gone up now to like $150. So,
yeah. So, a lot of people are canceling. They're just feeling like they're not getting the value for that price. And I know that, the Prime does come with things like video and music and a few other things.
Although not to make a mistake there, it does come with those things, but I think partial. Like, I don't think that you get the full suite of Amazon, TV or video or whatever it is that they do. And the same thing with the music. I think you only get kind of a portion of it. So I think you still have to pay whatever the fee is for each of those items if you want to have the full functionality of, the video service and the music service.
Right. So I think a lot of people now, because of inflation, because of different things, they're sort of looking at their subscription budget and saying, is this really worth it? And a lot of people are canceling, and that is presenting a problem for Amazon because you can't really participate in Prime Day unless you are a Prime subscriber.
Although the thing that's weird about it, though, is you can still order stuff off Amazon. And I think if there's a threshold, I want to say $25 or $50, I'm not exactly sure. And you're going to get free shipping anyway, regardless of whether you have Prime or not.
Right. Yeah. So I have a sister that says the same thing. She just feels like it's too expensive. She's not really getting value for her money. Now, I guess if you're somebody that orders a lot of stuff from Amazon and you want the 2-day shipping and all that, but Amazon is even sort of struggling with the shipping costs. I mean, shipping has become super expensive, and that's been a difficulty. I noticed on the weekend, and I don't know whether, I know they use UPS, if I'm not mistaken, to deliver sometimes.
Yeah, I think they have their own service where they have drivers that go and deliver packages.
Yeah, they do. But I think sometimes they do use, and on the weekends, I'll get a lot of messages that say your package is 10 stops away.
Right.
And
the thing that's really interesting, though, and I just sort of heard this in rumor, but I heard that there's a possible chance sometime this summer that UPS is going to be going on strike.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
So that's going to be putting a little bit of pressure on Amazon to figure out how they're going to keep their promise and deliver within the parameters of either Amazon Prime members or whether people pay the threshold and get their stuff for free delivery. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that sort of plays out.
Right. And I did want to just make sure that it is, what was 149 or 139? I'm not sure. wanted to get
somewhere
my
in
facts
that
right.
zone,
But
I think.
it's yeah. I mean, I think that, customers, when they pay for that guarantee, they want, but like I was just saying, on the weekends, they'll say, your package is 10 stops away. So I'm like waiting at the door and it never comes until the next day. And
That's
it's like
terrible.
really weird. It's like, or they'll say your package has been delivered and it hasn't been. And then, I fill out the form to send to Amazon, but I'll wait until the next day and then it'll come. So it's like, I don't know. It's very strange.
Yep.
And then
we'll
like
have to
at
see
Christmas
how it all plays
time,
out.
yeah, and at Christmas time, they'll have a thing that says, if you waive the 2-day shipping thing, you will get like a special credit or whatever you can get a free, I don't know, free subscription to Audible or whatever for 3 months. I don't know, but it's just not, if I'm paying that much, I really do want my 2-day shipping.
Definitely. Keep your promise of what you promise your people.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how things go there. All right, so on to our next story. And I thought this was interesting. And it's a trend that I've noticed. This is an article from PC World, and it's called The War on Cables is the Hottest Desktop PC Trend of 2023. And it's from PC World. Michael, I'm trying to think of the guy's Michael Kreiter. And basically they were talking about how people are sort of fed up with the whole cable nonsense that we go through. We always have to make sure that our cables are compatible with whatever we're doing, the expense of them, the environmental e-waste issue, the logistics of sort of, they're ugly. So everybody seems to try to hide them.
Well, that's one thing. But the other thing too is, and it seems like things are going this direction, but if you have to have a cable, people want to have a standard, right? So everyone's hoping that USB-C is just going to be the cable you need, the one cable,
right?
To charge all the things or connect all the things, whatever you want to say. But that would be great to be able to either leave for the day, or if you're going on a trip or anything like that, if you really only need one cable, like one USB-C cable, for example, can charge everything, your laptop, your devices, all the things, so that would be great.
Yeah. So manufacturers are sort of trying ever more like elaborate tricks to hide the cables, the electronic spaghetti, so to speak, or eliminate them, altogether when possible by using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. But this is something that, a lot of manufacturers are doing. They're redesigning their cases so that they can put everything in the back, which makes it look more tidy. I mean, some people actually care about that. I don't. I'm a nerd, geek, whatever. So I don't really care if people see my cables.
I can see for a desktop setup that'd be really important to people, but people who use a laptop, I mean, they're always moving around typically. It's very not very often that you see someone that just uses one laptop for everything without moving it. I mean, people who have a laptop, they do usually have a desktop setup with, possibly an external display, an external keyboard and mouse, but they're still moving it all the time. So with that is you're going to have some sort of cables. You're going to have to charge your laptop. You're going to have to maybe hook up a device or two or charge a device or two. So I'm not sure how they're going to completely eliminate it, but it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Well, they're trying to, at least if they can't eliminate it, they're trying to hide it, which I don't know. Like sometimes having everything in the back is sort of a pain too, right? When you just want to plug in a USB cable, you want to hook USB-C, you just want to hook something up real quick. It's like going in the back. And some people still use towers. I guess this is PC world, and they say, don't hold your breath. Like this is not going to happen tomorrow. They're still working on redesigning the cases to make this work. But, the whole cable thing, it is a pain.
I agree.
like when I'm trying to plug my mom's electronics in, she has a what do you call it? The Barnes and Noble, I forget that their reader is called, but
a Kibu or something like that.
I can't believe
I can't remember. Something like that.
But anyway, and then she has an iPad, and she has an old cell phone, an old iPhone of mine that she uses to listen to her police scanner, fire scanner that you can get online. She listens to that for entertainment, but they all have different cables. And it always seems like the one I need is the one that I can't find. So yeah, it's a pain, but
yep, that's how it always goes. The one cable you need, you can't ever find it.
I guess, but
if everything only needs one cable, then hey, maybe you have two and keep one in a backpack, keep one on your desk, whatever.
They do have lead in them, so some of the cables are not environmentally friendly, and they do contribute to the e-waste problem. So if we can have less cables, that's a good thing, I think. Or I don't know about hiding them, but
well, we'll see how it goes moving forward,
and
see what happens. It'll be interesting to see how we go moving forward. So,
in our next story, this is kind of fun. I thought this was a fun one. This is from Vice, and it was voice actors turn Instagram terms of service into a 51-minute sleep aid. So there's they call themselves the TLDR Institute. Let's see, what does it stand for? It stands for, well, I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, TLDR Institute. So it is a Swedish group of artistic collective that's tries the one of the founders has a voice that they say is very it's sort of the Bob Ross kind of voice that puts you to sleep, sort of. And they call it the legal lullabies, and it turns it into a sleep aid. So they're doing like the Instagram terms of service and the TikTok. They've done several of them. And they say people that have, the author of the article said that, it really did actually put him to sleep. And they say sometimes they even fall asleep making the things, because in several studies that have been done, it's between 1% and 9% of people actually read the terms of service. And
nobody reads that. I mean, I can't believe anybody unless you're a hardcore attorney or something like that. I can't imagine anyone that would sit and read through however many pages there are. That just is crazy.
So this group, they do this because they're trying to call attention to some of the crazy, the silliness that we do, and why asking the question, like, what are we really doing with these terms of service? Why do we have them? And the author of the article is Ernie Smith. Hopefully he is human.
Yeah, that'd be good, right?
Yeah. So it's from July 13th. But yeah, you can lull yourself to sleep with the, calming white noise of your favorite tech giants' terms of service.
Yeah.
The name of the group is the Lazy Data Research Institute.
Ah, there you go.
So, it's a kind of a Swedish artist collective. So that's pretty cool. If you need something to help you fall asleep.
Yeah, go do that if you can't sleep. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much.
This was fun.
Yep. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to reach out to us at feedback@unmute.show. And with that, have a good one. And Lynn, say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
See you next week.